Most Americans think their coffee is clean because the bag says organic. Turns out 73% of organic coffee drinkers are still sipping trace chemicals from shared roasting drums that also blast conventional beans all day. Yep, your pricey organic beans just took a bath in pesticide residue from the last batch. Hey coffee fam, I'm back with another Organic Food Matters deep dive. Today we are talking organic coffee roasting, not just roasting. Roasting in dedicated equipment to prevent cross-contamination. Because if you are paying extra for organic, you deserve the real deal, not a blend of good intentions and leftover toxins. Let me break down 5 secrets that most people totally screw up about organic coffee roasting. These are the things big companies will not tell you, and your local hipster cafe probably does not even know. First secret. Organic does not mean clean if the roaster is dirty. The USDA Organic label covers how the beans are grown. No synthetic pesticides, no funky fertilizers. But once those beans hit the roastery, all bets are off. Most roasters run organic and conventional beans through the same drum. They might wipe it down, they might not. That cast iron drum holds oils. It holds chaff. It holds microscopic gunk from every batch before it. So your organic Ethiopian single origin just got kissed by whatever chemicals were on the bargain bin Colombian from Tuesday. Dedicated equipment is the only way to guarantee zero cross-contamination. Think of it like a peanut allergy. You would not trust a bakery that makes peanut cookies on the same tray as your gluten-free muffin. Same logic. If the roaster is not dedicated, you are rolling the dice. Second secret, temperature lies to you. People assume a hot roaster burns away all the bad stuff. Nope. Roasting temps hit around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That is enough to kill bacteria. It is not enough to vaporize pesticide residue baked into the oils of previous batches. Those residues just get reactivated and latch onto your organic beans. It is like borrowing your buddy's grill after he torched a bag of lighter fluid-soaked charcoal. You can scrub it, you can crank the heat. Your burgers are still going to taste like gas station regret. Dedicated roasters stay clean because they never see conventional beans in the first place. No residue, no ghosts of pesticides passed. Third secret, chaff is a snitch. When coffee roasts, the outer skin of the bean flakes off. That stuff is called chaff. It gets everywhere. In the ducts, in the cyclone, in the cooling tray. If a roaster runs conventional beans, the chaff from those beans coats the entire system. Then you run organic beans and that old chaff rains down. Most small batch roasters blow out the chaff between runs, but blowing it out is not the same as never having it there. Dedicated equipment means the only chaff in the machine is organic chaff. Your cup stays pure. Your conscience stays clear. Fourth secret, flavor gets bullied by cross-contamination. This one hurts. You spent $18 on a bag of organic Peru because you wanted those notes of caramel and red apple, but the roaster just finished a dark French roast of conventional beans, and that burnt oil is still in the drum. It is still in the airflow. Your light roast organic beans soak up that ashy flavor. Now your fancy cup tastes like an old campfire. You blame the farm, you blame the barista, you blame yourself. The real culprit was the roaster. Dedicated equipment protects flavor integrity. Organic beans have delicate flavor compounds. They get stomped by residue from darker roasts or chemically grown beans. Keeping them separate lets the true taste shine. Fifth secret, certification loopholes are wild. The USDA allows a roaster to process both organic and non-organic coffee if they follow cleaning protocols. The problem is, those protocols are self-reported. Nobody is standing there with a swab test between batches. A roaster can say they cleaned, they can log it. But unless you are in the facility watching them, you do not know. Dedicated organic facilities go through stricter audits. They have zero risk of commingling. When you see a brand that owns its own dedicated organic roaster, that is a green flag. When a brand says we roast organic on the same line but we clean really well, that is a yellow flag. Trust, but verify. is great for politics. For coffee, just buy from the dedicated folks. Now let me hit you with a relatable analogy. You know how we do laundry in America. You have your whites, you have your colors, you have that one red sock that ruins everything. If you throw a new white tee in with a load of navy towels, you know what happens. Your tea comes out looking like it lost a fight with a blueberry. Organic coffee is your white tea. Conventional coffee is the navy towel. The roaster is the washing machine. You can run a rinse cycle between loads. You can toss in some bleach. But if you really care about keeping your whites white, you buy a second washing machine. Or you go to a laundromat that only does whites. That is what dedicated roasting is. It is the second washing machine for your coffee. I have personal stake in this because I used to be that guy. I bought organic everything. Organic eggs, organic kale, organic deodorant that did not work. Then I found out my beloved organic coffee was being roasted right after batches of beans grown with stuff I could not pronounce. I felt duped. I was paying extra to avoid chemicals while literally drinking them. I started asking roasters tough questions. Most got squirmy. A few got proud and showed me their dedicated organic drum. Those are the companies I support now. My morning cup got cleaner. My anxiety got quieter. My wallet is still mad, but my body feels better. So how do you actually find dedicated, roasted, organic coffee? It is not as hard as you think. Look for the phrase roasted in a 100% organic facility on the bag. Check the company website. Email them. Ask point blank, do you roast organic and conventional beans in the same equipment? A good company will brag about their dedicated setup. A sketchy one will give you a word salad about protocols and best practices. Skip the salad. If you are a home roaster, you are in luck. You already control the equipment. Just do not buy a used Baymore off Craigslist that spent 10 years roasting Folgers. Start fresh. Keep it organic only. Your garage will smell like heaven, and your beans will thank you. For the cafe owners watching, I know dedicated equipment costs money, but so does losing customers when they find out their organic pour-over is not really clean. Market it. Put a sign up. Roasted in our certified organic-only drum. Coffee nerds will drive across town for that. You will build trust. You will charge a premium. And you will sleep better knowing you are not serving chemical smoothies. Here is the kicker. The specialty coffee world loves to argue about water temp and grind size. We geek out over TDS and extraction yields. But we ignore the biggest contamination point, which is the roaster itself. We worry about the last 5% of flavor while ignoring the first 95% of purity. That is backwards. If the foundation is dirty, the house is shaky. Dedicated roasting is the foundation. Some of y'all are thinking this is overkill. It is just coffee. Chill. But think about why you went organic in the first place. You wanted fewer chemicals. You wanted to support better farming. You wanted a cleaner planet. Why stop at the farm? The supply chain does not end when the beans leave Guatemala. It ends in your mug. Every step matters. Roasting is a big step. Let me leave you with this. The United States drinks 400 million cups of coffee a day. If even 10% of that is organic, that is 40 million cups. If half of those are cross-contaminated, that is 20 million cups of fake organic every single morning. That is a lot of people thinking they are doing the right thing while getting played. We can do better. So I got to ask you, if you found out your favorite organic coffee brand roasts on shared equipment, would you still buy it, or would you switch to a dedicated roaster, even if it costs $2 more? Drop your take in the comments. Fight it out. I will be reading. Thanks for hanging with me on Organic Food Matters. Smash that like button if you learned something. Subscribe if you care about what goes in your body. And share this with your coffee buddy who still thinks organic is just a label. See you next week. We are talking about organic almond milk and why most of it is basically watery lies. You do not want to miss it.